All right, so we don't even have a name for this show yet, do we?
Oh yeah, we don't. What are we gonna call it?
We'll come up with that later.
We have special guests here today with us. We have Raiden Spooner, our 4-year-old. We have our baby that's sleeping.
He's definitely gonna wake up at some point during this.
Oh, for sure.
This whole thing. But that's the whole point of this whole thing, right? Is that we're parents who are living a very unorthodox suburban lifestyle right now. A little bit of a background about us. Hey everybody. Just quickly wanted to mention that this is an unboxing video, but we don't get into that for quite a while. So you can go ahead and skip to this part if that's all you came here for. Otherwise, go ahead and stick around and you'll hear about our backstory and all about us. This is our first video, so understandably, we want to explain a lot about us. So if you want to stick around, that's great. If you want to get right to the unboxing, that's also great. We totally understand. Enjoy the video. We live in Leander, Texas, just outside of Austin, Texas. It's northern Austin. It's a suburb. Don't know what else to say about Leander much outside of that.
It's a suburb. It's a safe place for our children.
There's parks, there's playgrounds, there's a school like walking distance away. Yeah, so you might be wondering what the point of this video is by this point.
Right, like
and why
what
all
the
these
hell are we
boxes
doing?
are right here. And why we're talking to you and what we're doing. So essentially, we are two parents who have occasionally gone to raves and festivals. I dabble in a little bit of electronic music myself, DJing and production. We decided to make a YouTube channel just vlogging all of our adventures. Just travel, food, festivals, music, just kind of encapsulate everying.
I feel like we've watched a lot of these videos that have helped us like try to figure it out.
Sorry. That was disgusting. We just ate Chipotle.
We've watched a lot of these unboxing videos, and I feel like we've had to watch a bunch of different ones to piece it together to kind of figure out what works for us and what we like to do. So we figured we'd do that for you. So we can kind of give you a little bit of our experience wisdom and hopefully help you figure out what you need for your festival journey.
So a little bit about our background is as far as festivals go. We've been to Coachella 4 times. We're going to Coachella again this year, which is what this unboxing video is. It's all the essentials that we're going to be needing during our trip to Coachella while we're camping, like all the essentials.
Yeah, we are car camping this year.
Yeah, we're going to car camp. So we said we've gone to Coachella specifically 4 times, so we're going to keep this centered mostly around Coachella for this unboxing video. We'll have a separate one for things that we'll get for EDC, and we're also doing Lala this year. ACL.
Probably Freaky Deaky.
Yeah.
We did that one year, and that was really fun.
There's like seismic dance event that we're also going to. So there's a couple things on the lineup this year, outside of just your average shows. Being here in Austin, I feel like it's pretty cool. We've been here for about 2 months now. It's the best of both worlds, I would say, because like we're in suburbia. I'm from Newark, New Jersey, where you can't walk 5 feet without just being in fear of your own life. So this whole experience of being out here is pretty crazy, I'm gonna be honest.
It's your first time living in a house, right?
Yeah. I've been living in apartments my whole life.
I grew up in Jersey, but then I moved to Florida. So I've lived in a couple of houses before that. Nothing like this, really. This was cool. It's the first experience for a house for you coming from an apartment. It's a different ballgame. But anyway, that's my
Yeah. No, I mean, it ties into this in no way, shape, or form, honestly, but I just want to mention it. Honestly, I will say that being here, like, it's like the music capital of the country, and like outside of it's like this in Nashville, but Nashville is a lot more country music centered, whereas Austin is just a melting pot of all different genres. We went to see Knock 2 at Emo's in Austin, which is
right, and Bank was Concourse Project.
And then Bank was a Concourse Project, electronic music festival.
Both amazing.
One of the coolest venues. I'll include like a short clip here. Yeah, I mean, there's like a screen that shoots all the way down the center, like so LEDs, cool. Like completely down. I mean, I've never seen anything like that before. And then, at least for Bank, I'm not sure if every artist did it.
Bank's setup was really cool.
It was cool. He had like
stage.
it was like a pyramid that increased like in tiers, and it was like a smaller box as you go up. And he was like climbing up at the top and all over that thing.
Very cool. So we'll take you to those when we go to other shows. We'll take you.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just festivals. But as far as this series and this channel goes, we have a lot of stuff coming. But definitely, like we said, we're going to include content from all the festivals that we're doing. This Coachella trip is unique in that the first 2 times we did it, I went with my group of some of my friends, and we all flew into LAX and then rented a regular ass car. And then I would say SUV. It was big. It was big enough. We rented an SUV.
Oh, I didn't know it was an SUV.
Yeah. It was like a Buick Enclave. I don't know why I remember that. Yeah, so we drove from LAX to Indio and then car camped. We bought everything at Walmart, like all of our camping supplies, spent like $1,000 between the 3 of us. So we've learned a lot. We've gone through our trials and errors.
I wasn't there.
And that's why we're experienced now to be able to talk to y'all about this. But yeah, so we bought everything at Walmart, drove into Indio. Second year, we
had a big group.
Emmy and I went. Yeah, we had a much bigger group. It was about 6 of us. And we met people there that became part of our group as well, which is pretty cool.
Shout out to, what was it? Jerkamum?
Jerkam.
But we added Allison and Mars after. It was Jerkamum.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
That year was fun. We rented an escape van. We had 2 car parking spots for camping. One, our friend Drika lived in San Diego, so she drove her car. And then we rented an escape van that Cam, Joelle, and Roy brought down from LA.
Yeah, you want to explain like what an escape van is?
Oh, no, you can explain.
Okay. So there's like a couple of van rental companies in the California area. I'm assuming probably all over the country. Thanks for just walking across the set, dude.
I was like, okay.
So yeah, this ties into the whole thing here. You know, we're parents, so we're just...
Yeah, our kids are going to be walking around. So.
They're taken care of. They're being watched. They're fed. But we got to be parents also. We got to be individuals. Yep. We got to have fun. We moved out here for the safety and well-being of our kids, but also so that we can have a life ourselves. And that's why we're like detailing all of this here. I just feel like it's going to be an account of just like our lives. Like essentially we've kind of gone through COVID again, like where we just kind of been on lockdown. Emily works remote. I work like semi like hybrid remote. We had moved to Houston from New Jersey 2 years ago, and we were like somewhat isolated just because I don't know, maybe it was the people in Houston. It was great for a while. We got what we needed out of it, but I don't hate the city. But I will say that just already being in Austin, we've met so many people that we've vibed with and are making friends like a lot quicker. We made a lot of friends in Houston, and it was hard to like make so many friends and then leave so quickly. But also, I think that's just like our lives now. I don't know. It's just like if we're just not happy where we are, we're gonna make whatever moves we can make to be happy. Oh God, I was just like, I saw our son coming out of the bathroom. I'm like, please don't be naked. That was a close one.
Yeah, that's a commonality at our house.
Before I get back off track, we rented the escape van, which is a rental van. You have like a fridge in it, and it has like a propane stove and a bed and like a rooftop bed. Also, it can sleep like maybe I would say about like 4 to 5 people comfortably.
I think 4 comfortably. 5's a stretch.
Yeah, I would say yeah, that's probably good. Yeah.
I think 2 in each slot. I mean, you can fit 3 on the bottom, but like it probably wouldn't be super comfortable.
We had 2 spots in 2022. We went to Coachella, and we did it like back to back, where one section was like just like our get ready area, like / lounge area, where we had like a pop-up tent for like the solar shower that we never used, that we're definitely going to talk about.
We had all of our things in the car, so like if we had to get ready, we would go to that section. We could change in the pop-up tent, and we can put our suitcases on the floor so we could find what we needed. And then the other section, we created like a lounge area where we would make food and hang out. That's where the canopy was. We only had 1 canopy.
Right.
And then we also did have a tent. We had 6 of us, so we kind of alternated. Everybody got to sleep in each situation. We had an air mattress in our tent, and then we had the inside of the escape van, and then the rooftop of the escape van. So everybody got to have an experience in each night, which I think the escape van is like, if you can afford to rent it, I think it's great because you literally don't have to really worry about anything. You have the place to sleep inside the van, and on the top it comes with all the kitchen stuff, the refrigerator, the oven, not oven, the stove.
Yeah.
And it comes with chairs.
It's like a full
too.
pizza oven in there, a full brick oven.
No, and
included.
it comes with chairs too, so you really don't have to think about much when you rent the escape van, right?
Right. No. I mean, it's like the reason why we're not doing it is because it's the second time we're doing just a festival.
Just us two.
Just us two. But also we're trying to do this on an extreme budget because I just took a new position at my job. We just had a baby and we just came off of maternity leave. I just got on paternity leave, moved cities.
Yeah, life is lifing.
So there was a lot going on.
So we're doing this on a budget,
Yes,
but
so
we're like combining it with an adventure. Like Cam just said, we just had a baby and it was a really difficult pregnancy. So we had a lot of just time in the house and not being able to really do anything. So we really want to take this adventure and fit a lot of things into it.
Yeah, it's splurge time,
yeah.
honestly. So yeah, this is everything that we are gonna need. Not everything. This is everything that we don't already have. So we're gonna go through everything that we just got. Honestly, everything is like 97% of the stuff is from Amazon, just because like all the sales, we compared everything to other places. Again, we've done this so many times and we found that this is the most cost efficient way to do this part.
Especially
honestly,
with 2 kids and like full-time jobs.
Convenience.
And you know, we don't want to have to.
Parents.
Walmart's
we understand.
very cheap too if you want to do things through Walmart, but not much cheaper than Amazon.
At the end of the day, I mean, I know Walmart has a delivery service as well, but I mean, with Prime 2A delivery,
you can't beat it.
Yeah, exactly. So I do want to mention that in this pile, we also do have a surprise item in here. We each decided to get one item for each other that the other person has no idea about. It could be like a gag item. It could be something that we love. I have no idea, but it's in this pile. At some point, I'm going to open it and have no idea.
Yeah, so we got our surprises for each other and then we weren't allowed to look on the order. So it's in here somewhere. We're not sure. I don't know what he got me and he doesn't know what I got him.
So that was separate from the large haul that we did. At the end, I'm going to go through the entire list of all the essentials that we think that you're going to need for your festival journey. Specifically for Coachella, if you're going this year. I guess you can use this as a format for festivals in general. If you're a parent and you're on a budget and you don't have a lot of time on your hands. And then I'm also just going to mention that we're also going to include, like when we do open an item, just so you see, I'll put like a total counter for how much we spent, like right next to Emily, like maybe right there. Yep. And then I'll put all the items here along with their prices. And then we're also going to have like 2 piles. So we're going to do something like a must-have pile where
necessity.
Like it's like
you cannot do it without
necessities,
it.
Essentials. Yes. Everything that you cannot go without at Coachella this year in our experience. And then we'll have like just a bougie pile where we just have stuff where, I mean, like you don't need it. It's not like
but fun,
necessary, but
fun
it's cool.
to have.
It's good to have. Bam. So we're also gonna do a bit. We'll open a couple packages.
This is so heavy.
What actually is that?
I don't know. Are we gonna guess?
Yeah, so we can do that. We're gonna do that as well. We're gonna try to keep it a little fun. We're gonna do a bit where we just like try to guess the item as well.
So just a side note, I have the worst memory in the world, so I don't remember anything we got.
I'm honestly going through a list right
I think
now.
I know what this is. I think this is lights.
Lights?
I think so.
All right, let's go ahead and open it.
It's not lights.
It's jumper cables.
It's jumper cables.
So jumper cables, I'm going to get right into that. That is a necessity and a half.
You need this.
So I'm just gonna go into the story really quick.
Oh my god, yes. Okay.
So yeah, we have to talk about why we got this shit right
I
here.
love you so much, Trika.
At Coachella specifically, we're car camping. A lot of times you're probably thinking you just need to charge your phone. I'll just turn the key on to my car, pop my charger in, charge my phone for a little bit, and everything will be great, fine and dandy. And next thing you know, you're missing one of your favorite artist sets because you have to run back to camp to get your car charged. You definitely have to tell your perspective. In our situation, there was a truck that was going around that was offering to, like, somebody had like a flat tire or their car was dead, like to offer services like that. So we didn't know the next time that guy was coming, so we had to stay there and get that whole situation taken care of. I missed Maddie on. I was so pissed off, but we learned our lesson, and that's why we got these jumper cables, because we didn't have any jumper cables. Nobody around us had jumper cables. So I mean, that could have just been like all right, we'll just leave it till later. We'll go see the show, and then we know we have jumper cables at the end of the day. We don't have to depend on a truck going around or coming around next time. It's not a worry because you have jumper cables there, so we're good. But yeah, if you want to tell your perspective, that's story with our good friend Drika?
Oh my gosh. So we were in the escape van and it was so hot and I was so sick during this Coachella trip. It was like my first time at Coachella. I was so upset. Long story short, I went inside to go do my makeup and just to like sit in the AC for a second. And I get into the driver's seat and she's in there doing her makeup and the fan is blowing and it's like hot air. It's not air conditioning. So I'm like, why do you only have the fan on? Why didn't you turn the AC on? And she's like, I don't know. I tried and it's not working. This is all it's blowing. So I turned the car to try to turn it on and it's not turning on. But basically she turned the car on, but not all the way, left it in like, what is it called? That mode. So
Standby.
The battery just went out. And then she's like, it was like that though. And I love her so much. And so now we got jumper cables.
Some ASMR.
Oh my God.
Why? Is there
Yeah, we're gonna see what's inside. Can you pick one item out and then hand it to Daddy? How this trip to Coachella is very
That's so
special.
funny.
So, if you haven't seen this already, this is Bengay.
This is the solution to every person over 30 that has gone to a festival and is in pain immediately after.
So Bengay, obviously, I handed it to Annie because it is going in the must-have pile.
If you're 30, get Bengay.
We have a target demographic for this video. Obviously, if you haven't
get
guessed
Bengay.
already. The next item that we have, I'm just going to go into this box here.
Oh.
It wasn't my cat. The next gift, we are going to get here.
So these are solar string lights.
First year was just bare bones. It was like me and the boys just out there in the raw, the raw nature and the elements, just roughing it. It was horrible. We didn't know what we were doing. And the first time we went was in 2019. Every year our camp gets better and in both efficiency and aesthetically.
Like you probably can detect like people who either have done research or have been there before, or people who are like complete newbies. The girls next to us, they literally only had one tent. It was 3 of them. They had one tent.
Oh my God, I
And that's
forgot
it.
about
And
them.
like a case of water. You quickly learn that it's just unrealistic. Like there are things you need to do at your campsite before getting into the festival. So you need certain things.
And also for practicality purposes, I think these lights like kind of inch over to the necessity side when like it gets really dark. When you have to find your campsite in the middle of the night after like the last 2 a.m. set, sometimes you get so disoriented it's impossible to remember where it was, especially on the first night. So I feel like those lights sometimes can help.
Okay, so I'm gonna choose this next.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess. I mean, it looks like.
Do you want to touch it?
I'm gonna guess steaks. Let's go.
Oh my God, why are they so big?
Because we don't want our shit flying away.
We're gonna get all the vampires at Coachella.
So we got 12-inch plastic steaks because the rules at the campsite say that you can't have metal steaks, obviously, because you have metal steaks and mixed prescribed medicine. You're gonna get some accidents. It gets very, very, very windy in the desert, and like I cannot stress this enough. I'll put a clip here of that video of somebody's literal canopy flying. It must have been like 50 meters in the air. It gets really bad, so that's why we have those to just get really deep into the grass, so that like is never an issue. Like 40 minutes.
Probably the edit.
Yeah, we got a tarp.
So these are for the wind. So you put this around your canopy and then it protects you from the wind, from the sun. It gives you some shade. It gives you some privacy. And at night, it gets so cold. And I think it really helps block the cold air coming in to your campsite. Oh, this is not a necessity. I would say this is us just being a little bougie.
Yeah, this is the bougie pile for sure.
So this is a tablecloth. We're going to bring a folded table, which we already have. But we didn't get just a regular tablecloth because we did it one year and it would just fly off with the wind. So we got like an elastic one.
Opening that. Here, I decided to rant about our lives again. So instead, let's just watch Emily go to town on this package. I'm just like our budget. I will put all the product links in the description below.
Okay, so I'm trying to guess what this one is. I don't remember what we got, so I don't know.
It's kind of soft.
I think this is one of our banners.
All right, you've gone in there like 16 times. There's nothing in there for you.
There's nothing in there for you.
Tell them.
Okay, so this is
There's nothing in there for you.
little rhinestones. I always get like some options for rhinestones, and then if I'm inspired the day of the festival, I'll put some on in random places. This is not a necessity, but we
Very
also
surprised.
have sunglasses.
Okay, so here we have from Break Sun Eyewear Collection. Bam, put that right there. Oh, I broke the box. This is for... Are you trying it on?
Yeah, anything.
Fisher. Oh, it's so official.
Right?
Fish her. Emphasis on the H-E-R.
This is a cute little 3-pack. I think it was $20 for 3, and it came with like 3 colors, and I'll try them on just on the side while he does whatever. I don't know what he's doing.
They look crazy. Oh man, the real ones know.
Let me see. Yeah, I have no clue what that is.
Oh yeah, we're keeping it right here, boys.
I can't see without my glasses, but I think these are cute.
Those really are. I feel like you're really going for that whole Fisher vibe right now. You just gotta do like that.
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to hold them while you open the next one?
No, I'm just gonna hand you the next one. I just saw what it is.
Oh, this is a necessity.
Adds personality.
All right, so none of you will know where this flag is from, but it's where I am from. I'm holding it upside down. That is the flag of the island of St. Lucia. Every year we spruce it up a little bit more, a little personal touch. We're gonna have like some stuff that mean things to us at our campsite. So that if people walk by, they know a little bit about us, so they see us, we can talk to us.
This next bag is open because our son doesn't have patience and he opened it already. I want to say this is a necessity. So cups.
All right, obviously we gotta take a short break, and we'll be right back after this. And we're back.
Hi.
So
We were
yeah,
talking about cups.
I mean, you're either a savage sipping out the bottle, or you're drinking out of a cup. Let's be honest.
That's it. Oh my God.
Also, if I'm being honest, we're probably gonna have to use all of these before we even get to Coachella. We're gonna have to get more. We're running out of cups in our house.
We have one more thing in this bag, which is
This is a major, probably the most major of keys. You do not want tetanus. Is that what it's called? Tetanus?
no.
Tetanitis.
Yeah, but
Tetanitis.
tennis if you step on a rusty needle or a rusty nail.
Anything rusty.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah,
gotta
you
stop
don't want to
raving.
damage your earbuds. We did a lot of research on these. We're not sponsored, obviously. We're not sponsored by anybody. This is our first video, obviously.
Yeah,
I've
sure,
gotten
buddy.
ones that lower the dBs by like 25. It sounded like I was just listening to like muffled noise and kind of ruined the experience for me to the point where I just took it out anyways and was just like, I'll just fuck my ears up. I want that sweet spot like around 15 to 17 dB reduction where you're still hearing everything. You can hear all the nuances of the artist or band or DJ that you're listening to, but also
Finally, that's what
you're
we came here
not
for.
destroying yourself at the same time, and you can go on to continue to enjoy hearing and listening to things. Because tetanitis, I'm gonna
thanks,
get the
Dad.
proper name for that. I'm gonna put the name right here.
It'll be our first time using this brand. We've gotten, like he said, like some cheaper ones on Amazon that we didn't love, but they did the job.
All right, I think this loop plug is starting to get a little bit weird. I'm starting to think they're either sponsored or they're just straight up industry plants.
So we can tell you how these went afterwards and if we super recommend or not. We got the experience too. I got them in gold, and somewhere here will be his, and you got it in black, right?
Right.
I'll put a picture here of what it looks like in the ear. I would say this is a necessity.
I guarantee you, we're gonna see everybody with them in their ear because of the partnership with Coachella this year.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Well,
But
good. I
yeah,
mean, if it
great
works,
marketing, great PR,
you should do it. Necessity.
necessity. We're gonna just rapid fire these things now. Oh, it's upside down. Okay. Yeah, it's an astronaut DJ. We got a hairbrush. It's just for my personal life. So I'm just gonna put that back there. I got shoelaces because this, I think, is probably the most important thing about festival culture: endurance. I did the most research this year on footwear. I typically wear Vans, or last couple of festivals and raves I've been to, I've actually just thrown on my Yeezys. One, because he's just canceled now. I don't have to try to save them and make sure they look nice. I can just fuck them up at raves, and they're so comfortable. They have like the orthopedic technology inside the Yeezys. So I did a ton of research, and we're going with the ON Cloud Light. Cloud Tilts. They're walking shoes. They're not running shoes. I tried it on without insoles, and they were like walking on clouds. So, I mean, I just felt like they did need a little stability because we're going to be like walking a lot, as I'm sure you all know. So I added some Superfeet insoles on here for my high arches, and we're going to test run these bad boys at Coachella this year for the first time. I'm not big on like getting really nice shoes for festivals, so this is like a significant investment for me and for my feet. So, I mean, I feel like you should too. If you care about your feet and you want to last the whole festival, definitely invest in some good sneakers, because they will be the most important thing that gets you to the end.
So,
wow.
Yeah, I was holding it because I wanted to show them. So the next thing I want to show you guys that we got is a camping light, but we did not expect it to be this small. So let's open it and see what it looks like.
This is our camp light. This is supposed to light our whole camp. Not sure how that's gonna happen. I'm gonna test run it. I'll include the. Oh wow, it is very bright. All right, so we'll do a little test run. I'm gonna include a clip right now of me test running it in the dark.
Oh, Do you see this?
Wait.
Okay, so it's just bright, soft, strobe.
An emergency. That or some nasty things are going on in our tent.
Hey, this could be our red light district. Channel.
Here we have some paper clips to hold up our tapestries and flag and our tarps. What you're not going to use to hold everything up is tape. I'm going to be honest.
I don't know why we got that.
I still don't know why I got this.
You made a good case for it when we were ordering it, and now I can't remember it.
Yeah, I'm just saying in case like anything ripped, like the tarp ripped for some reason or anything like that. Who knows? I've run into way too many scenarios in my life where I just wished I had tape, especially in camping situations
what if
and
our
settings.
solar shower leaks? We watched a whole video on this particular brand. It has like a thermometer in the back to tell you what the water is like. It has a little mesh front that you can like put your soap in, and then here's the hose. So basically how these solar shower work is that you fill it up with water, you leave it out in the sun heats up the water inside, and you take a shower using this little nozzle. So obviously there are showers at the car camping in Coachella, which we're gonna use. We actually pay $10 more. I'm not sure exactly how much it was year,
$10, yeah.
We usually pay for the preferred showers because usually the shower rooms are air conditioned and they have like areas that you can get ready in after with mirrors and stuff. But at night, most of the showers are closed. So last time we brought this, we ended up not using it, and we just did like a wipe down, which was fine, but not great. So
yeah, it's not the best thing at night when you're on a bunch of other sweaty people who opt to not shower the whole weekend. No judgment to you. I just feel like sometimes it's a little inconsiderate considering the fact that like we're in close proximity a lot of times.
So we got the solar shower so that when we get back to camp, we will just at least rinse down.
Yeah, and the plan is to fill up as much water as possible, leave it out in the sun, let that thing bake, and then we're gonna hide it probably in a van. Hopefully it doesn't pop open and spill in our car, but
that's a good point. Maybe we bring a bucket.
We'll figure it out.
This next thing, I don't think it's a necessity, but I do think it's super cool. Last time we were at Coachella, I saw this and I literally took a picture of it, wrote it down, and I was like, I need this next time.
She was very adamant about this.
Yeah, no, I needed it. In between sets, we like to like sit down sometimes, like if you want to eat or you want to just take a break and you want to just watch a set from super far and just relax. And there is grass in some areas, but some areas there isn't. And even with the grass, it's dusty, it's dirty, so
and we're going
it's not
weekend
very comfortable.
too. I think it's important to mention. If it's your first time, and I'm sure you've heard the people on Reddit talking about how the green grass is weekend 1 and there's no grass on weekend 2. There is a lot of truth to that. Yeah, having this, it's like a foldable blanket that you can just sit on. Apparently it's supposed to have weights where it doesn't fly away, but I don't see weights. That was how she pitched this to me. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to order the weights separately, it looks like.
What is that?
I don't know what this is.
I think that's the thing for the car.
Okay, yeah. So I ordered a phone mount for the car because we're gonna be vlogging our trek through. Yeah, if you block my face with that box one more time, he's like, yeah. Let me see what's in here. Let me just see. Let me just see. You see what's in there? But yeah, so we're gonna be vlogging our trip through Texas.
The last two things, deodorant, definitely a necessity. And we also were gonna buy a first aid kit, and then we just realized it was extremely expensive for no reason. So we're making our own. So this is just Neosporin, and then there should be like a Band-Aid packet here somewhere. I do deem this stuff a necessity, but it's technically not because they have medical tents all over the festival in the campsite. But we just like to have it because we don't want to have to stop at a medical tent, fill out any forms or authorizations. So it's just easier to just have like the simple stuff with us.
Next item, super crucial, not necessarily liquid IV itself, but definitely a hydration multiplier. I mean, you're in the desert, for God's sake. You need to hydrate. After a day, you'll be evaporated essentially. You'll be like a fucking raisin, and you don't want to be a raisin.
We definitely recommend getting like a Camelback or some sort of water pack that you can have on you because they have water stations there that you can just refill your water pack for it. But
yeah, we definitely should have. We probably need to add that to the list because I feel like
ours is getting gross.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we used it the last time was freaky deaky.
Yeah,
and it was tasting a little plasticky. We got some. This was the talk of the list, man.
You can put it anywhere, like literally anywhere on your body. If you're super sweaty, if you're gross. So like midday, if we want to come back to camp, but we don't want to go take another shower because we want to obviously go right back into the festival, but we just need a little break and we feel sweaty and gross and stinky, we can kind of use the body powder.
Yeah, we just throw over ourselves, and people either think you did a bunch of cannibal, or
right, or they're gonna appreciate that you smell good. Because
exactly,
again,
you
don't want to be inconsiderate to other people.
If you're not gonna take a shower, do something.
Our next item is a portable fan. We've never had one of these before at camp. This is bougie. This is not a necessity.
This is absolutely.
I mean, this
and
is
the fact
nice
that it
to
has
have
a light on it.
Yeah.
As well. If you want to hold the box, I can just pull it out.
So we got a rechargeable portable fan. We figured if we want to like lie down and have it like face us, it'll be nice. If I'm doing my makeup outside, I can like have it on me while I'm doing my makeup. And it's just going to be like a nice little refresher. And it also comes with like an LED light in the middle. Ooh. I'm gonna break it.
And it can hang.
It hangs, which is nice.
So we also have, you can have one, I'll take the other. These are sunshades for the car. We are going to include another video in this series that we're going to upload after this, where we show y'all our sleep setup for Coachella and probably for all camping festivals going forward. They slide right over the window and then essentially get your privacy. We could have just got a black blanket if I'm being quite honest, with elastic, but listen, they got their money out of us.
We could have gotten a blanket, but it's not about just the privacy. It's mesh, so like the wind can still come in and out.
Right. It's breathable.
It's breathable.
You can put the window down.
Don't
still.
make me return
I was
this.
just joking.
I'll return this. Jude wants to say something.
He's saying don't go.
Can you guess what this is? Let's see.
Is it the pop-up tent? I guess that'd be kind of small for that, right?
I bought the spray version for the last time we went to Coachella, and it helped significantly. This year I got like the roll-on because I figured it'll just be easy. Like if my feet are hurting while I'm at the festival, I can just kind of reapply, and I can't bring like a spray into the festival.
If it gets to the point where like you have to choose between giving up entirely and putting that, I mean, that could be the difference in you like going home before the last closing set, or you know, lasting like an extra hour or two. All right, we got utensils. I don't think I have to explain much about utensils. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah, and so we're just bringing utensils because we're gonna need it obviously to eat. We're gonna do simple stuff, probably burgers, hot dogs, grilled cheese, probably
which you need none of this for,
like the meat, and just kind of warm it up when we're there so it doesn't go bad as easily. I guess we don't really need a freaking knife.
Yeah, I don't think we need this. I'm just gonna put this over here and start talking about it.
We got a pack of chips.
This is the sale right here.
We just got some chips because like sometimes you get back and you're starving and you just like,
yeah, you want something quick,
you want something fast.
This just opened on me somehow, but this is our couch for the weekend. I'm sure you've seen these people running through festivals like inflating their couches, and we were gonna do that, and then we spent this much on a inflatable pool bed with a headboard.
I'm not sure what this is.
Obviously bougie.
If I could take a guess, I think this is the pop-up shower. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So funny thing about this shower is that when we originally looked these up, they were, I want to say like maybe $20. And then when we went to go buy, they were like almost 40, except for this color.
Now I remember. I completely forgot. It was pink.
Can I open it?
Probably not. I'll just put a picture of it like popped up so that y'all know what we're talking about. This is where we're gonna have the solar shower set up. You get back from the festival at night and you just feel absolutely disgusting, and all the showers are closed past a certain time. You can take a quick shower, freshen up, and go to sleep and be fine until your real showers the next day and hold you over. I still have more stuff in here. So yeah, close that up.
Sorry.
We got big ass zip ties.
So I would say zip ties.
She's the one to put it over there. I'll do it for her.
No, I was gonna say it's a necessity, but fine.
Oh.
I'm next.
And put it over there.
Oh, this is more snacks. We wanted to get granola bars, but granola bars in that heat might get soggy and gross and melted if they're like wrapped in chocolate. So we just got these. These are like 3 different flavors. They're the original sawdust, oats and honey ones, the peanut butter ones, and oats and dark chocolate. So she got some snacks, some healthy snacks-ish.
We got wipes, but not just any wipes. We got 2 wipes. I was on Mr. Beast's show, Beast Games on Amazon. And during my time, during the qualifiers for the YouTube video, we did not shower. There were no showers for days while we filmed in Las Vegas. This is all we had to smell good. If you don't have a solar shower, this is the only alternative. Otherwise, you're just nasty.
And bring your own toilet paper too, because it's the porta potties, and mostly if you go in the morning, they'll have toilet paper. Most of the time they won't. There are some actual real bathrooms in Coachella, but if you're far and you're not going to walk just for a bathroom, you're going to be at a porta potty. So I usually wrap a couple of toilet papers into little stacks and put them in a Ziploc and stick them in our Camelback, and then we just grab some toilet paper as you go. We got some sponges because we're gonna be bringing stuff to cook with, so we want to clean it and wash it.
I'm put a list at the very end of everything that we have here, and like a list of everything that we also are bringing ourselves for our campsite.
Here we have a rubber mallet. At Coachella, you're not allowed to have metal mallets.
Which is crazy. I mean,
Yeah,
you should be allowed to have a metal
So
mallet.
it's just a rubber mallet. I'm not even gonna open it. You guys know what a mallet looks like. I got insoles for me. I will review this for anybody who has flat feet. And then we also have a sleep mask for Cam. I don't need one because
we could have a whole separate video on sleeping for Coachella. You're in the desert. Not only does it get hot very early, some people are absolute dicks and will start blasting music at like 7 in the morning. I personally feel like you have to get your sleep in, otherwise you're not going to make it. And it's very hard as it is. So my perfect combo is the sleep mask with earplugs. So I'm probably going to use the loop. They make specific loops for sleep with the higher dB reduction. You can also get like one of those boxes of like the squishy earplugs. Emmy has a hack where you like literally roll it up and then put it in your ear.
more of our first aid kit. Again, it's the Band-Aids that we told you about. It's just a little pack of different sizes of Band-Aids. Preemptively, I'm going to put some behind my ankles just like to avoid any blisters from walking.
Very, very smart.
Thank you. We also got Amazon brand aloe vera if we do get sunburned. If you are over a certain age and you value comfort, then these are necessities. If you don't care and you're like, I'm about to go and get ruined at this festival and I don't care, then it's not a necessity. We've done both and I don't want to get ruined. So on that same token, we get chapstick with SPF. Again, you're outside, you're in the heat. So this is a necessity for us. In here, we also have disposable cameras. We're really excited about this.
So essentially we're planning on each having a roll film and then just taking pictures that are meaningful to us throughout this whole trip, and then we're going to create a cork board with this and put it somewhere in either her office or my office. Probably be her office.
And then lastly in this bag is our propane single burner
the stove.
Last year we used I want to say it's called Coleman.
Yep.
Yeah, like that camping brand. But I saw this one and I thought this would be pretty cool just to even have like in our daily life, like for our backyard, if we ever want to just like cook something back there besides like the grill or something, or like heat food up, like if we're having a party or something. But it's just like the burner head.
we've done festivals where we just buy all the food inside the festival. If you've been to Coachella, you know that is a very quick way to go broke. 2 drinks between us will be like $100. I mean, I might be exaggerating a little bit, but I'm not exaggerating
but
too
like
much.
around 50 for sure.
Yeah,
And
definitely. And then there was one time we got a pizza pie and it came to like $70.
Yeah,
like
it gets
70.
really expensive quickly.
That's why we were cooking. Gotcha.
We do have a couple things more that we're waiting on. Again, we're waiting on our propane and we're waiting on sunscreen. That's another thing we didn't talk about is sunscreen. It's super important. Okay, and in here, it's just plates. We're going to take some to Coachella. So, and that's everything. You have one more pack.
This is our Coachella wristbands.
Oh, yay! I didn't know they came in.
Yes. So
That's so exciting. Guys, you get to see, it comes in such a cute little box.
as you can tell, I'm opening this live full unboxing of the Coachella wristbands for 2025 here as well. All right, so let's open it up and see what's inside. Okay, it's our shuttle pass. I mean, you might be wondering why we have shuttle passes here. When we were ordering our items, it was a complete accident and we purchased shuttle passes. So now, I mean, we're either gonna have to sell them or we just wasted a bunch of money. So
Oh my god, the wristbands
Not
are
on a budget.
so cute this year. It's giving me like Lion King vibes.
Scan
Oh,
to
this is
return.
cute. It
Oh.
comes with
lost and found
a
property
picture
sticker.
frame.
And then we have more stickers.
A bunch of stickers. We can decorate our campsite with these.
Oh yeah, this is really cool.
Yeah,
they gave us
very
a bunch of
cute.
stickers.
Oh.
Whoa, what's that?
Not sure. Oh my
No way.
God, so cool. If you look through this, it's like a layout of what the festival looks like.
Oh, that's so cool.
Brayden, do you want to come see this?
Wow, that's super cool.
And then there's a 2025 welcome guide. Okay, I think we're done.
We are in fact not done because
Oh yeah, our surprises. What'd you get me? I went on a whole rant about this. That's so funny. This is a hydration backpack, a new one. Oh, I love this color. Okay, let me open this to show you guys. So how this works is inside you have your water pack and it looks like this. You put it in here and there's a tube that sticks out and that you can drink the water from. And then this one's a little bit bigger than ours, so we can fit like a sweater, we can fit
yeah, it's supposed to be
all of
like a
our
pretty
things.
reputable brand, like enough space
Water
to like so we
Buffalo.
can like
Nice.
if we get merch, we can put our merch in there.
You ready for yours?
I'm running.
Okay, go ahead. Look.
No way.
Whoa!
Ferrari. I'm a Lewis fan.
We gotta represent at the campsite.
That's everything. Thank y'all for sticking with us through our kids crying, through Raiden thinking this is his show. All right, like we promised, we're gonna include a full list of everything that we feel like are camping necessities, must-haves, and sometimes just bougie items that you just want to have at a festival that make you feel good. So some things I have here, I'll just give you the full list. We have duct tape, jumper cables, chapstick, aloe vera gel, Ziploc bags. When we get there, we're also going to pick up some dry ice. Everything tends to melt in the desert because it's so damn hot. So the dry ice will outlast all the other stuff and keep the ice lasting much longer than it otherwise normally would. Because the truck goes around and sells it for about, what, like $20 every morning and periodically throughout the day. It might have changed now, but it's always been cash only. We got the first aid, which we made ourselves. Some hand sanitizer, soap, our speaker, some lotion, toilet paper. We're bringing a wagon. At the campsite, everything tends to be pretty far, depending on where you end up. So we're bringing a wagon for when we want to go take our showers or want to take all of our toiletries and things like that. Or if we need to refill water for our campsite at the water refill station, we have our wagon there so that we're not carrying a bunch of heavy stuff back and forth. We got dish soap, a sponge, a cutting board, garbage bags, nasal spray for the dust in the desert because it gets really bad. The sleep mask, my phone charger, the tarps, the tapestries, zip ties, stakes, a cooler, a hand fan, our earplugs, our camel bag, one portable charger, our bandanas, again for the dust because of how bad it gets, sunscreen, sunglasses, insoles, clips, a lantern, the campsite fan, something to light lounge on, our tablecloth, our picnic blanket with weights sold separately. We considered a tent, which is pretty typical for most people going to Coachella, and we found a hack for us, sleeping in the car to stay cool. But we will have a canopy to shade ourselves from the sun because we're not maniacs. Towels, the body powder, pillows and blankets, our table, chairs, Bengay. We have the window mesh covers, sun reflectors, the mallet, the solar shower, our privacy tent, and then we're gonna go through some groceries, granola, liquid IV, water, bread, cold cuts, cheese, and mayo for sandwiches, burgers, hot dogs, buns, ketchup, paper plates, cups, cutlery, cooking utensils. The propane is on the way. We showed you the stove. The iced coffee is...
That's on the way. I checked
right
it
here.
today.
All right, we have coconut water. We're gonna have some tequila and lemonade, and then we'll have things like beers and hard seltzers and stuff like that. Butter, a pan, cold meds, chafing stick, foot numbing spray, cortisone, wipes, Motrin Tylenol, and then the very last thing, Benadryl.
Yeah, I think if you think of anything that you've experienced at festivals before that we haven't included here on our list for camping that you think we should next time, make sure you comment that. But I think we have pretty much everything covered.
Yeah, I think all our bases are covered. If anything, we have too much. If you're around our age, you understand why. It's about the stamina, it's about the endurance, and it's about having fun. You can't have fun if you're miserable. So that's why we're here to help you not be miserable and enjoy every festival that you go to, because we've been very miserable at many festivals and have learned many lessons so that we don't have to ever again, and neither do you. So thank you for sticking around, y'all. In our next video, we are going to be setting up our sleeping situation. We've talked about it quite a bit, but y'all get to see us not only set that up, but what the final product will look like. Then we'll test that out. We'll also do a mock setup of our camp with our canopy and what it'll look like with our car. We haven't decided if we're going to do that in our backyard or our front yard yet. Depends on how crazy we want to look to our neighbors.
Yeah, that's going to say that.
Yeah, we're going to include that as well. But also, again, we have no name for this, so if y'all do, help us out, please, for the love of God. Thank y'all for sticking around, and we'll see you again in the next one.
Bye.
Like is coming, hit that bell, y'all.